Hello, social media world. It's Becky Williams again. Time for Word Up Wednesday. Boy, it sneaks up on us every week. So anyway, if you are on Instagram, go on over to Facebook. You know you're not going to see the whole episode on Instagram because they only give you 1 minute. So Becky Williams / Full on Purpose, you'll get today's full episode. Today I'm super excited to talk to you about personalities. Your personality matters. The way that you interact with those around you, different personalities matter. It matters in all of your relationships, your business relationships, your kids, your spouse, your friends, the relatives, your people that you don't like, people that you do like. Everybody has their own personality. And the faster that you learn what those personalities are, the more understanding you are to those around you, and also you can relate with them better. Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit about it today. I know there's tons of personality tests out there. I know the Winter Institute, which is Dale Carnegie here locally in Louisiana, they do DISC, which is a great program. I know our church does one with animals. So, I mean, there's tons of different ones. Today I'm going to be talking about Jacob Adamo, Adamo, however you say that. He has full spectrum success. He has a book written about it. It's a real short, quick read book. I don't have it to show you here today, but I'm just going to kind of give you the highlights of different colors. All right, so I am a blue. That's my top color. And then secondly, I'm a red and a yellow. They're tied. Green is actually my fourth color. Yes, fourth. All right, so I'm going to give you just the highlights of these colors. See if any of these resonate with you. Go ahead and pause the video, watch the video, go take the quiz, come back, rewatch the video, however you want to do that. But find out what color you are, and it is very insightful. It really helps you to understand, oh, that's why I operate this way. That's why I do things this way. That's why I can't be like such and such, because their color is different. For example, Ken's color is green. Ken is very good with numbers. He's very good with systems. I am not. Green is my last color. Opposites attract, right? Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit about the colors. Hopefully this will help you out to understand those around you and also build those relationships stronger, okay? So the first color that I'm going to talk about is red. All right, a typical red is confident. They love challenges. These are your leaders. They're driven by a strong desire to win, and they consider themselves to belong in society's elite. Overachievement and quick decision-making skills, help keep them in the limelight and garnering praise from those around them, which is right where they love to be, okay? These are your leaders. They're not afraid to get on here and do Facebook Live classes. They're the ones at the front of the room. They're driven by money typically. You know, they're not going to be intimidated, all right? A true shade of red, this is just kind of another definition. They're ethical winners with their strength under control. They no longer need the approval of others, but have a well-established self-image that allows them to move forward towards their goals while keeping awareness for the needs of those around them. Although they still love the attention of victory, they're sure to acknowledge those around them before reaping their own glory. Okay, so if you have arrived as a red, if you have been able to balance out your relationships, balance out your personality type with those around you, that's what you're striving to be. You want to be the true shade of this color, okay? The second one that I'm going to talk about is green. All right, so this one, typically your engineers are green, people who are very good at math, that type of thing. So a green is a highly analytical thinker. They're a problem solver. They need to follow a detailed plan in order to function and to make well-informed decisions. They're with careful consideration. They're a practical realist who prefer fact over opinion. Okay, so if you are dealing with a green, give them the facts, give them the information. All right. If you have arrived or you are a true green, you love a well thought out plan, but you do not let the absence of one prevent you from moving forward in life. Your ability to get to the bottom of a situation makes a valuable friend when combined with the ability to empathize and help to form a solution. Your strength is an ability to stand firm on principle and the fact of opposition. Okay, so that's green. The next color I'm going to talk about is blue. I'm a blue. Blue likes to make everything fun. If something's not fun, we usually stick it on the end of our list because it's not something that we want to do. All right. A blue, they're typically spontaneous. They're fun-loving people. They can bring a bright spot to any occasion. Their love of adventure and good sense of humor make them attractive to any party. But don't make them the center of an evening, because time is still just not as important as to what they may be doing at any given occasion. So we don't always keep track of time. That's something that I really have to manage and focus on so that I can keep track. If you are a true blue, you are mindful of others' times. You consider the consequence of your action before you act. You love fun. You have energetic behavior. You're inspiring those around you. Inspiring those around them when argumented by their focus to stay on track with their goals and desires. So basically, you learn how to balance the fun, but also the things that need to be done. You've also balanced those to stay on track with goals and desires, okay? If you are a blue, you need a green in your life to help you with those systems and to stay on track, okay? And the last color is yellow. Yellow, you're friendly, you're loyal, you're honest, you thrive on team activities, family, and outdoor recreation. You're turned off by materialism and prefer a simpler life. You avoid conflict whenever possible and favorable, or you're very personable. Okay, if you are a true shade of yellow, you know how to express your emotions and opinions in a way that remain friendly and empathetic without being overly sympathetic. You're capable of tough love and know that you can only help others when they truly want to change. Criticism is understood to be a part of life, and you don't take it personally. Okay, these are the ultimate team members, supporters, and natural peacemakers. Okay, my mom would be an example of a yellow. All right, she just wants to make peace with everybody. She knows how to do tough love. She can be sympathetic as well. All right, so this is like a super duper duper condensed version of all the different colors. His book will talk about the strengths, the weaknesses, those type of things, how to interact, which colors usually kind of get at each other's throats, and how to deal with those people in your life so that you can have more fulfilled relationships, because that's what we want ultimately, right? So I hope today has helped. I hope it gave you a little insight. I'm a blue, so I love quizzes. I love personality tests. I love all those kind of things. So hopefully you do too. Go on over to the website, Full Spectrum Success. Find out what colors you are. Find out what your spouse and your children's colors are, and see if it helps to nourish those relationships. So join me next week, Wednesday, 2 o'clock Central Standard Time, Instagram and Facebook, for Word Up Wednesday. God bless. Enjoy your week.